we can speculate whether certain techniques or certain spiritual principles or whatever, we can speculate all the time about anything. But nothing can change what is and what undeniably is. And I'll go into that in a minute. But I want to talk about triggers. Triggers. I'm a motherfucker that triggers a lot of people. And I understand that. I'm not a fucking moron. I'm wise. I'm experienced. And I fucking understand the game. And I'm learning to understand it more and more each day. The game of life. Me speaking and being this isn't arrogance or ego. This is truth of my experience and my expression of that experience. Because I'm aligned with what's naturally inside me, my soul. And I'm listening to it. And I'm nurturing it. And I'm unlearning all the ideas that I've been taught growing up. And that's leading me to a rich, rich, rich life. Triggers are a form of communication. A trigger is a catalyst that's confronted or challenged an idea, an ego, an attachment, an identification, whatever it is, about ourselves. And it's communicated through feelings. Look at these feelings, explore those feelings, go and see what they are. What people tend to do is reject information. Oh, fuck off. However it comes out. Reject, attack, deny. Those manifestations are a self-defense mechanism that is supposed to be there in us to actually protect us. But when we understand the ego, we realise it can fucking trap us into this way of reality in life that isn't real. It's an idea of it. And in order to understand it, we need to put ourselves into uncomfortable experiences that teach us. For example, fasting. There's an idea a lot of people have. I fast every day and I have done for at least the last 3 years. And I fast probably an average of 20 hours a day, right? 16 hours. People can't believe it. Oh, it's how do you do that? How do you do that? Because I did it. And I've built up to it. And I do it. Some people believe that they can't go a couple of hours without food. I definitely can't go a couple of hours without food. I get really hungry. Yeah, of course you do. Of course, there's natural things that occur that send signals that do X, but we don't always have to listen to them urges. We can trust and follow what we're ultimately looking to gain in the long run. So we have to sacrifice an initial bit of comfort to gain greater reward. And anyone that's fasted will recognise. You can fast for 24 hours. You can start at 24 hours and we just go for it. Go for a day. It can be tough and challenging, subject of where we are, but we all go through that experience and get the same lesson. The lesson is, oh, I can actually go a day without food. I didn't believe that before. And I didn't believe that because I had an idea that I couldn't. And it made me live in a certain way. I ate every 2 hours. But on the other side of new experiences, we get the truth. The truth is, no, you're fine. And actually better off through fasting. Cues up my belly. The result of that is new experiences, new reality, accept new information, live by the truth, not the idea. I am living as close as I can to what feels so honest and truthful to me, which is connected to all of us. And that idea, or at least my expression of it, challenges other people's idea of, 1, who I am, 2, who they are, and 3, how to do things, and everything attached to the ego and identification. How to do, well, it's just triggered. I'm not here to do anything other but continue doing what I'm doing because I'm a consistent motherfucker. And that's being myself, always being myself and continuing to express myself because it leads to the ultimate truth and I'm living my vision. I've prophesied my entire life and I've really lived it. It's just unfolding in front of me and I'm rewarded. I'm getting stronger, healthier, happier, more expressive, better in all my interests every single day because I'm just going in the non-least resistant route. And that challenges people that live in an idea world, which causes triggers. And the triggers and my gift to you. It's a gift that you're triggered by me, because I've given you some form of experience that's made you feel a certain way. It gives you the opportunity to look at that and understand it, and also let go of it. If you want to liberate yourself from it, you don't have to. We can choose to live in disharmony, in dis-ease, and be stressed. We can choose that. That's a choice free for anyone to do. I don't want to tell anyone what to do. I'm just going to continue to be honest and expressive of who I am. Like the fasting, if we go for it and explore it, we get new information, which is ultimately truthful. Again, optional. But as a result of those two routes of rejecting information and projecting, we live in this idea. And we're not supposed to be the same. We're not supposed to separate ourselves from identification. With identification, to separate ourselves. We're all the same thing. With subjective perspectives, which is the beauty of our species. Everyone brings something unique to the table because we've all had a unique subjective experience. But it's been taken away because we're trying to identify with what other people are around us, and too much to go into in this video of why that happens. We just need to take the opportunities in the moment and master the moment. We don't need to be good at anything other than the moment, because then we'll handle everything by default. I'll be the best me in the moment all the time, as best as I can, and then I can't do anything more. It's a recipe for fulfillment, and it's a path towards a life that shifts us away from the current one and the current system and the current thing that's being projected, which feels awful. Feels awful. For us to actually gain the power, though, we need to do it. Stop speaking about it. Stop thinking about it and start doing it. Get real experience. Jump into fasting. Try something new. Leave an old friendship or relationship that is no longer serving you. It doesn't make you feel good. Whatever it is subjectively, we need to dive into these new realms. Because otherwise, we're going to continue to try and stay consistent to the ideas of who we think we are. We think we're this and we think other people are that. And when that's questioned, challenged, stress, resistance, that I will now, if I'm subject to rejecting information, I will go and find a way of, I don't want to feel these horrible feelings all the time. How can I feel better? Drugs, medication, sex, addiction, alcohol, thieving, violence. Take your pick. Anything that makes us feel fucking alive as people of what is inside us. We're trying to find in all these other vessels outside of ourselves rather than what is in there. And that's because the reality of inside ourselves, for someone that has an unhealthy ego and is trapped into the mind and an idea, those two do not correlate and they do not mix well. Living that way makes us feel horrible, and we can trick ourselves thinking we're having a good life because I'm feeling good whilst I'm fucked up. I'm feeling good whilst I'm having sex. I'm feeling good. How do we feel with nothing? How do we feel on our own? How do we feel when we're in bed at night and we're looking up at the ceiling and no one else is there? There's no one else to try and make an impression around. We're on our own. How are we feeling? That's the truth there. Those moments, those reality moments. Which is why the projection of what we like to put out in the world of I'm this, I'm that, or you're this, you're that, doesn't hold up in reality. People will fight and cling on and do everything they can to claw at that idea and defend and protect it. And I'm not here to change anyone's mind. I'm here to highlight the process. Because that's all it is. It's a process of understanding. What I want for myself, I want for everyone else in their own subjective versions. And that's health, happiness, and a commitment and understanding to what they're here to do. And it's only understood and explored when subject goes on their path. Otherwise, we have ideas of people that some people are lovely. Some people's egos are lovely and they're wondrous to be around. But that doesn't hold up with someone like me because I feel truth. And we know those people that play happy and get around and do everything for everyone, but really are hurting and are in pain deep inside. And their social media profiles and what they put out, it looks great and they have everything that we all possibly want, a house, a kids, but inside something's not right. The good news is we don't need to try and do anything. We need to slow down to understand it and let go of the feeling that's making us feel uneasy and putting us at disease. And we'll recognise majority of the time it's an idea. Even if those ideas are leading to behaviours and patterns that make us eat shit food and take drugs that do not protect or serve the body, and anything that causes us damage, stemming from an idea of what we need to do or the idea of that experience. Triggers are my gift through my authentic expression of who I am, and my gift to you that is being triggered, if you are, because I know there's a lot of people out there that will be. It's okay to feel not okay momentarily. Momentarily we can feel horrible, but it's what we needed to experience and understand, because when the moment happens and we're liberated from that, we recognise, oh, thank God, that isn't what this is about. Like a bad dream can feel real. A nightmare can feel so fucking real, and we react and have the same experience as we would do in the physical world. But something happens when we wake up. Oh, thank God it was only that. It's the same thing. We realise it was only an idea that we were held on to. Sometimes cemented. Granite cement, diamond steel enforced idea that we're clinging so hard onto. But look at the reality of how that idea is either serving or not serving us. And the courage it takes to go, I accept. First cue. And first thing to do is accept. This idea is no longer serving me. Something doesn't feel right. And to give us the space and the time that we need to get away from everything, to only be with ourselves, which is everything. And then, through practice and routine, and live life and take every opportunity to practice and be that, we'll understand it pretty quickly. On the other side of experience is gnosis and wisdom, especially when we can learn to apply it. But it doesn't happen if our feelings are hurt and we're a little bit emotional on my feelings, and fuck that, it doesn't happen. We need to elevate ourselves. We need to elevate our game in every single way if we want to elevate what's around us. We will, by elevating ourselves, we'll filter out anyone that doesn't want to come on our level. There's a lot of people that believe that they knew who I was, which couldn't be further from the truth. And if they want to be around the version I am in a moment, they will gain great benefit from it. But some people aren't ready for it, and that's okay, because it's irrelevant to me. People do things in their own time, and people do things when they feel in themselves that it's time to make a change. I'm highlighting that those moments are everywhere. Every moment. Every single moment. And that's how frequency and volume of work, of what we call the work, doing the work, understanding self, happens because we seize the moments. If you understand business, that'll make sense. Volume. How 1p is nothing, but the scale of all these sales at the end of a year, big impact. Let's start being rather than projecting and thinking. This is like the 5th time I tried to record this because my phone kept coming off. But every time was an opportunity for me to get better at trying to articulate it as much as I could. Love you all.